Tamaam founder Acharya, beautiful Acharya, Shabda whole world Jagat Guru, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nithai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8. Lord Krishna shows the universal form. Text 14. Prag Ayam Vasudevasya. Prag Ayam Vasudevasya. Kvachit Jataha Tava Atmajaha. Kvachit Jatastavatmajaha. Vasudeva iti Shriman. Vasudeva iti Shriman. Abhigyaha samprachakshate. Abhigyaha samprachakshate. Prag ayam vasudevasya. Kvachit jatastavatmajaha. Vasudeva iti Shriman. Abhigya samprachakshate. Prag ayam vasudevasya. Kvachit jatastavatmajaha. Vasudeva iti Shriman. Abhigya samprachakshate.
Vasudeva iti Shriman Abhigya samprachakshate. Rajyam Vasudevasya Kvachit jatastavatmajaha. Vasudeva iti Shriman Abhigya samprachakshate. Pragayam vasudevasya Jatastavatmajaha. Vasudeva iti Shriman Abhigya samprachakshate.
Prag, before. I am this child. Vasudevasya, of Vasudeva. Kvachit, sometimes. Jataha, was born. Tava, your. Atmajaha, Krishna, who has taken birth as your child. Vasudevaha, therefore he may be given the name Vasudeva. Iti, thus. Shriman, very beautiful. Abhigyaha, those who are learned. Samprachakshate, also say that Krishna is Vasudeva. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Vaicharanaravindra, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. Please repeat the translation. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. Purport. Gargamuni indirectly disclosed this child was originally born as the son of Vasudeva, although he is acting as your child. Generally, he is your child, but sometimes he is the son of Vasudeva. Thus ends the Bhaktivinoda purport and translation to Canto 10, Chapter 8, Text 14 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here Gargamuni is telling Nanda Maharaj that this son of yours, beautiful son of yours, Tava Atmaja, Shriman, beautiful, very beautiful. Shriman Tava Atmajaha, very beautiful son of yours, previously has appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Prag Ayam Vasudevasya. Prag means before. So Prag Ayam, this child, Ayam means referring to Krishna. So Prag Ayam Vasudevasya. He appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, Vasudeva iti, he is also known as Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva. Abhigya samprachakshate, and this is the saying or conclusion of Abhigyaha, those who are very learned. Samprachakshate. Even they say that Krishna is Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva. So your son sometimes has appeared previously the son of Vasudeva as Vasudeva. That means Gargamuni is directly saying your son is Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So indirectly Gargamuni has disclosed that your son, whom you are considering as your son, is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. So this truth is being spoken by many great personalities also, not only Gargamuni. Throughout the Vedic literatures you can see this. For example, Mother Kunti, she also gives a direct reference in a similar manner exactly as Gargamuni is telling Nanda Maharaj. Jai Krishna Balaram Guntai, Prabhupada ki jai. There were famous words of Kunti Devi. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So there even Mother Devaki is saying Krishnaya Vasudevaya. This Krishna is Vasudeva. And he is Devaki Nandana. He is Vasudeva, that means son of Vasudeva, giving the father's connection. And Devaki Nandanaya, giving the mother's connection. He is also the son of Mother Devaki, not Yashoda. Kunti Maharani didn't say, Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda, but the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya, but the dear darling of Nanda. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. Govindaya Namo Namaha. And he's also known as Govinda, one who enlivens the senses, one who gives pleasure to the senses. I offer my obeisances again and again unto that Krishna, Govinda, who is Vasudeva, Devaki Nandana, Nanda Gopa Kumara. And she also gives another reference further. Yata Rishikesha Khalena Devaki Kamsena Ruddati Churam Suchar Pita Vimochitaham Cha Sahatmaja Vibho. So Vimochitam. So she's saying here, again giving reference to the name of Krishna in connection with Devaki. The child Krishna in connection with Devaki. But here she is qualifying this child Krishna as Rishikesha, the Lord of Lords, Master of the senses. Yata Rishikesha, Khalena Devaki, Kamsena, Khalena Kamsa. Kamsa was very envious. Khalena Kamsa, the envious Kamsa. Krishna was saved from the envious Kamsa. So that's what Mother Devaki is praying. So here, Yata Rishikesha Khalena Devaki Kamsena Rudati Chiram Sucharpita Vimochitum. O Rishikesha, Master of the senses and Lord of the Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious Kamsa. So here Kuntimana is giving reference of Krishna in connection with his mother Devaki, not Yashoda. So she is saying, Khalena Kamsa, this envious Kamsa had Ruddha, imprisoned Devaki. Devaki Ruddha, Atichiram Sucharpita. For a long time they were imprisoned. Shusharpita, and they were distressed. So you relieved their distress. Vimochitum. Shucharpita. Vimochitum Shucharpita. You released them from distress. Atichiram, which they were undergoing for a long period because of Khalena Kamsa Ruddha, being imprisoned by Kamsa. So again here Kunti is saying, with so many references, still somehow Nanda Maharaj is not catching that his son is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why it is so? We will discuss this point little later. Now here we see Gargamuni is saying, for many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. What are that many reasons? That Gargamuni is saying that your son has previously appeared quite a few times. Quite many times. So what are those reasons? So Kunti Maharani points out about 6 reasons which learned people have analyzed. As it is said here, Abhigya Samprachakshate. Those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. So those who are learned, they have analyzed why Krishna appears in this world. So about 6 reasons she points out. The first of them, in her prayer she says, Kechidahuru ajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye. The unborn is born. Ajam jataha. First of all she is saying, Kechidahu. Ahu means they say. Kechid means some other, some people, referring to some people. So Kechid ahur ajam jatam. They say that the unborn is born. Now why did the unborn take his birth? So they say, who? The learned. Abhignaha. Punya shlokasya kirtaye. The first analysis is Punya shlokasya kirtaye. To glorify the pious devotees like Yudhishthira Maharaj and Pandavas. Punya shlokasya kirtaye. Kirtaye means to glorify. Punya shlokasya. Actually, Punya shlokasya refers to the Supreme Lord. One who is glorified by Vedic literatures. So Punya Shlokasya. But here, Kunti Devi is saying that Pandavas, Yudhishthira, the Lord came down to glorify such great devotees. This is what others say. Kunti is praying to Krishna. Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye. So the Lord is Punya Shloka and the devotee also is Punya Shloka. The Lord and the devotees are on the same transcendental platform, liberated platform. Devotee means we are referring to pure devotees like Pandavas, headed by Yudhishthira Maharaj. So they are all on the same platform of the Supreme Lord. So as the Lord is glorified throughout the Vedic literatures, actually the Lord's pure devotees are also glorified throughout the Vedic literatures. It's a very important point to note. So one cannot undermine the position of the pure devotees or the associates of the Lord or the Nitya Siddhas. They are on the same transcendental platform. So therefore, the Vedas are glorifying even the pure devotees of the Lord. So Punya Shlokasya Kirti. So one reason is that the Lord has appeared to glorify the pious kings. Can you just imagine? We are glorifying the Supreme Lord, but the Lord is descending to this world for what purpose? To glorify the devotees coming all the way down from Vaikuntha to the material world. So who must be such persons? Who are those persons? One should become very eager to know about them. If the Supreme Lord, who is glorified through the Vedic literature, he is coming and glorifying somebody. Who is that somebody? Who is that somebody? They are his pure devotees, the Pandavas, Narada, Prahalad. So they're very special. This is one analysis why the Lord comes down to this world. Second reason, the learned, Abhigyaha, they say why the Lord comes down to this world is Yado Priyasyan Anbhavaye. So to please King Yadu, just to please King Yadu. Yadu was another great devotee of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. So just to please King Yadu, Krishna personally appeared to favor him, to please him. How did Krishna favor Yadu? By taking birth in his family as a descendant of King Yadu, in the dynasty of King Yadu. And therefore Krishna came to be known as Yadava. Yadava. Just to favor King Yadu. Make King Yadu become very famous. Eternally famous. Krishna has taken an identity in connection with King Yadu. Can you imagine? God has taken an identity in connection with a devotee. Who's that devotee? Yadu. So what a great person Yadu must have been. He must have been actually greater than God. If God has to identify with somebody, just like you want to take a photo with not some ordinary person, right? Some bag picker is there. You want to take a photo? You will not take a photo. Some sweeper is there. Of course, with all the due respect, called as a dignity of labor. But still, you would not like to take a photo with a person who is going to sweep or maybe some salesman. No. You want to identify yourself with somebody who's very great, iconic. So Krishna is, first of all, Krishna himself is the Supreme Lord. Everybody wants to identify in connection with the Lord. Here, Lord wants to identify himself with somebody. Then somebody must be greater than him then. We say God, definition of God is, the very definition of God is Asamaurdhva. Nobody equal to or greater than him. And here we see, if Krishna is identifying himself with Yadu, that means he has positioned Yadu as greater than him. Same thing here also we see Nanda and Yashoda. Krishna has positioned them as higher than him. Therefore, he has come under their control voluntarily. Sometimes we give declarations, undertakings we give. Suppose if I have to subscribe or submit to somebody, in order that tomorrow it doesn't become a complication, we tell better to give an undertaking. You are willing to work under me and take a signature. But tomorrow you should not fight with me, no, and put a case on me, no. He's controlling me too much. Slavery is going on. So then we take undertaking. You are voluntarily agreeing to work under me. So here, Krishna has voluntarily submitted himself to Nanda and Yashoda, to their diktats, to their control, to their chastisement. So that's why we have to understand who are these personalities. Very, very special they are. See, this Damodar Mas is going on. That's why we have this Yashoda and we have this diorama being placed here. She is tying Krishna. She is actually binding Krishna. And she has also got a stick which she has not used. But anytime she can use that stick. So who can chastise God, threaten God? Only his mother can do. And his mother is Yashoda. Krishna is famous as Devaki Nandan. But she has not chastised Krishna. But Mother Yashoda is chastising Krishna. So it's the super excellent state of devotion which she has attained. Therefore, Krishna has positioned her and given her that liberty. That liberty. Shishyaste ham shadimam tvam parapannam. Arjuna is surrendering, although being a great king. He is surrendering. Maharaja Parikshit, although being a global king, he is surrendering to Shukadeva Goswami. Surrendering means submission. Giving up your freedom voluntarily. To be agreeable to be controlled by a superior called the Guru or Acharya. Shishya, the word Shishya in Sanskrit, if you see, comes from the root Shash Dhatu. Shash Dhatu. Shash means, in Sanskrit, it's a root word. Shash means to be ruled over. From that word comes Shishya. From that word comes Shasana. Shasana means to train, to teach, to train. But not simply speak. Train means, to teach means, you are bound by that instruction, by that teaching. Shasana also means to instruct. It is not casual talk. That's why there's a difference, no? Conversation is different, instruction is different. Instruction means you are bound to follow, you are obliged to follow. It's called instruction. So that is the meaning of the word Shasana. So from the Shas Dhatu, Shas means to be ruled over by. So even such great personalities have submitted. And here we see Krishna is submitting himself to Nanda and Yashoda for being instructed, for being corrected. So that is the super excellent position of Nanda and Yashoda. So here similarly we see Yado Priyasyan Vavaye Malayasyeva Chandanam. Yado Priyasyan Anvavaye. So that means, so to please King Yadu, who is one of the dearest devotees of Krishna, Krishna appeared in the family of Yadus. Although Krishna can appear in any family, why he chose Yadu? Just like the example is given by Kunti, Malayasya eva chandanam. Malayasya eva chandanam. Chandana means sandalwood. Sandalwood can grow anywhere. But there's a famous Malayan sandalwood. Sandalwood grows abundantly in Malaysia. So, Malaya Chandana. Sandalwood can grow other places also. But Malayan sandalwood is famous. Malaysia became famous because sandalwood appeared there. Otherwise, sandalwood can appear in other places also. But Malaysia became famous because of sandalwood appearing there. Similarly, Krishna can appear anywhere. But consciously, purposely, intentionally appearing in Yadu's family, Yadu has become famous. So this is the point. Why? Krishna purposely wanted Yadu to become famous. Therefore, he appeared in his family. So this is the second reason, which the learners say, abhigyaha sampachakshate. So this could be another reason. To please his devotee, he came down to this world. Then the third reason, they say, apare vasudevasya devakyam yachito yachitaha abhyagat. Abhyagat means to take birth. Yachitaha means for being prayed for. Vasudevasya devakyam. So, it is said that Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for Krishna to take birth as their son. And therefore, Krishna obliged their desire, their prayer, yachitaha. So they prayed for, and Krishna agreed to take birth as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. This is the third reason. Then, adastvam asya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisha. Vadhaya cha suradvisham and kshemaya. Tvam asya kshemaya. For the welfare of Vasudeva and Devaki, to protect Vasudeva and Devaki, and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Vadhaya, to kill. Suradvisham, those who are envious of the demigods. And Tvam Kshemaya, for the welfare of Vasudeva and Devaki, and to protect the Devatas, Krishna appeared. This is another analysis. This is the fourth reason. So, Ajastvam Asya Kshemaya, Ajaha, although he is unborn, he still took birth for the welfare of Vasudeva and Devaki and to protect the demigods, of whom the asuras are always envious of. Then the fifth reason they say is Bhara Avatara. Avatarana. Avatara. Bharavatara Nayanye. Avatara Nayanye. Bhuvo Nava Ivo Dadao. So sometimes they also say that Mother Earth was burdened by sinful population. So in order to relieve Mother Earth from the sinful population, Krishna appeared. This is the fifth reason. Mother Earth prayed to Lord Brahma. We are also seeing in the series, in the lectures on Monday, how this happens many a times. Even during the time of King Prithu, this happened. Mother Earth was again burdened with sinful people. Elsewhere it is said, actually Mother Earth is shouldering so much weight in the form of mountains, oceans, trees, rivers. So much weight is there already. And human beings are a very small fractional number. Why she is burdened? So she is not burdened by the physical weight actually. Otherwise mountains are so heavy and so big. So basically, she is also not burdened because of the overpopulation. As much as a mother at a home is not overburdened by the number of children. Earlier we see parents used to give birth to many children. A woman used to give birth to many children earlier. And they would maintain them very comfortably. Because I have an experience. We come from a joint family system in our childhood. Today, that opportunity is not there. Hardly there is any joint family. Jai Krishna Balaram Gurudeva Prabhupada ki jai. We see any joint family. Even single family is also not there today. It came down to single family, but to single family is also not there because children also go away from parents. So single family is also not there now. That's the position today. Unfortunately, in India also it is becoming like that. Anyway, so we lived during the time when there was a joint family system. So, so many brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunties, so many of them. So many children. So when I go for summer holidays to Andhra, then at least about 30 to 40 of us would be there. And my grandmother would cook. Grandmother would cook. Not even mother. So strong they would be. And they would say to my mother, no, you don't cook. You're cooking every day for your sons, no? No, give us an opportunity to cook. And they would cook for 30, 40 people. And Andhra people eat really heavy. Maybe I'm an exception, I'm thin, but otherwise they eat real heavy. And we used to have big plate. And so they will, whatever item they make, in Andhra they have a very different kind of eating system. Very different kind of eating system they have. First of all, they will have in my house we had a huge plate, very big plate. Because at least 15, 20 children minimum will be there at a time. And they'll all sit in circle. And my grandmother will be on the other side. Circling the grandmother, all the other side will be all the kids. Means me, my cousins and all of them. So then, so therefore the plate will be really big and filled with a mound of rice. You can say a mini mountain of rice. And with a deep hole on the peak of the mountain of rice to pour ghee. Not sprinkle drops of ghee, to pour ghee. Because you can't eat rice without mixing with ghee. There's the system in Andhra, at least in Andhra. I think in many traditional families also it's like that. Hot rice and pour ghee. And then, of course, I'll not go into the details now. Some other time I can describe. So, and then they'll make one morsel. You know what is one morsel? This is not morsel. That is not considered morsel as per Andhra grandmothers. So, he has figured out. Maybe Karnataka also it's like that. Okay. Morsel means in your hand will be like this, the morsel will be like this. And we have small hands and they will keep that morsel. And you have to eat that. So one morsel, each of the kids they'll give one morsel. So like that, multiple varieties of items are there which they give morsels of that. And backside, huge rice would have been cooked. A part of that they will bring. And that will be over only for giving one item. Then again they'll go and again bring. The stock is in the kitchen. So I would think, oh, okay, it will be over. My grandmother will say, okay, no, it's over, no, we can get up. No. Inside I'm going to be, you don't worry, you sit down. Like that. So there is no burden. There's no calculation of money. So much money is being spent, nothing. So many children, no burden. So Mother Earth, being the mother, has no burden. Financial burden or burden of or shortage of food, grains, no. But the burden of sin overweighs the earth. This is what Mother Earth told King Prithu. She stopped supplying food grains because she says that my children have become sinful. The population has become sinful. I am very unhappy about it, that my children have gone astray. They have deviated from the principles of dharma. I am very unhappy. Therefore, I don't want to feed them because they'll become more demoniac. Sometimes we see in house it happens, right? That the children make create too much disturbance, which the mother is not able to control, then when the father comes, then the decision will be taken, don't give food to the child. Seriously, I'm telling. Now it is not the system. I think we have an elderly woman sitting there, so she will also know that. My house also we have experienced that. If you do too much galata, unbearable, fasting. That's all. Don't give him food. Rest all the other children they'll give food. This boy they will not give food. Seriously. Exactly the same thing. It's a traditional Guru Parampara system still continuing. Today it is broken off. Dharmo Nashta Parantapa has happened today. That system is not there today now. Yeah. So here also we see that Mother Earth stopped supplying food grains. You know why? What is the reason? What is the logic and science behind not giving food to the child when the child becomes too much disturbing? Because if he eats, he'll get more strength, break more things, shout more, do more, create more disturbance. Therefore, let him fast. Stomach will be aching so much. Still, he'll not be given. And he should also learn the lesson simultaneously. And he should also know if he repeats it, again he'll not get food. So, it's not out of anger, but it is out of teaching a lesson. Otherwise, the mother wants that the son be glorified, not chastised or pointed fingers towards. The mother doesn't want that an outsider points some fingers at her child. She is more concerned. Not out of anger or vengeance or envy. Similarly, Mother Earth is not supplying not because of anger or envy, but she is concerned about her children. So, Bharavatara Nayanye Bhuo Nava Ivodadau Sidantya Bhuri Bharena Jato Hi Atma Bhuvartitaha. So, some say that Krishna, you appear to reduce the burden of Mother Earth and wash off the sinful population. So that's the fifth reason. Then the sixth reason they say is Bhavesmin Klishyamananam Avidya Kama Karma Bihi Shravana Smaranarhani Karishyan Iti Kechana. So yet others say why the Lord descends to this world is the Lord appeared to Bhave asmin klishyamanana avidya kama karma bihi. This world is avidya, filled with ignorance, and that ignorance is manifested in the form of kama. If somebody is a kami, that means you should know he is not enlightened soul. He is avidya, ignorant man. Somebody who is too much into sense gratification, that means you should know he is not enlightened. Too much bodily conscious, that means you should know he is not enlightened. Knowing verses, being able to speak nicely, that's not the symptom of knowledge. Symptom of knowledge is character. So somebody who is a kami, too much into sense gratification, symptom of avidya. He is an ignorant man. So, kama karma bihi, and the karma is based on your desire. And if your desire is kama, all the works will be based on kama. So today you can see the entire material world's arrangement. All the works, you can root it. Do a root analysis. It will all be based on sense gratification. All the works which has come up, different kinds of works which has come up in this world, which they think as duty. What is duty is given in Bhagavad Gita. People don't have any idea what is duty, what is work. They think, everybody thinks they have some work. The work is always based on desire. Desire prompts work. If the desire is spiritual, then it is laudable. It is as per dharma. The desire is kama, then such karma from that karma is nothing glorious. Therefore, we say from this perspective, the work happening in this world is nothing glorious. Nothing glorious. But devotional service is glorious. Because it's not emerging from karma. It's emerging from Seva, opposite of kama. Our works, we are also creating so many works in the temple. It is emerging out of seva, not kama. So, uh, uh, so therefore it is not avidya, it is vidya. Avidya kama karma hi, but this is vidya seva karma bihi. Vidya seva karma bihi. Devotional services. So, but here Krishna comes down because that vidya seva karma bihi is forgotten. Therefore Krishna comes to address this avidya kama karma bihi. And because of this avidya kama karma bihi, what is the consequence ultimately? That is described. Bhave, we have come to this world and suffering in this world. Klishyamanana, we are undergoing struggle. The struggle is because of avidya. Avidya manifested as kama, and kama leading to karma. So therefore we are suffering. How is Krishna addressing this by coming down to this world? Shravana smaranarhani karishyan iti kechana. The Lord comes to rejuvenate devotional service of hearing and chanting and remembering. So therefore we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come down to this world primarily to rejuvenate the process of chanting and hearing about Krishna's holy name in the form of chanting and sankirtana, and thereby relieve the conditioned souls from miserable conditions. So these are the 6 reasons which they say. So it is not that Nanda Maharaj wouldn't have known these reasons or wouldn't have known Krishna. How can somebody be a devotee of Krishna if he is in ignorance of the Lord's position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And Gargamuni also is indicating in so many ways, he's trying to give clues. Sometimes you don't have an answer, we try to give a clue instead of directly telling. Sometimes we say tube light, still it is not flashing. Tube light means actually after some time it will flash. But here, apparently, Nanda Maharaj, he is not still understanding what Gargamuni is indicating. That your son Krishna is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Still Nanda Maharaj thinks Krishna is my son. Gargamuni is saying directly Krishna is the son of Vasudeva. And he's saying sometimes previously, actually previously means this time also, because from there only he came to Gokula, from Mathura, having taken birth as son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva transferred Krishna to Nanda Gokula and exchanged the baby girl born of Nanda to the boy born of Vasudeva. It was exchanged, but of course Nanda Maharaj was not aware because he was taking rest that time. Dead of night this happened. So this is the effect of Yoga Maya, that Nanda considers Krishna as his son only. His son, not Vasudeva's son. To facilitate Vatsalya Rasa, parental loving affection. So that is described by Rupa Goswami very nicely. So Rupa Goswami says about the position of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda in this way. What is their position? Why are they behaving like this? So it is said, in the attitude of the denizens of Vrindavan, such as Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda, is to be found the ideal transcendental concept of being the father and mother of Krishna, the original personality of Godhead. So the ideal concept of being a parent is to be found in Nanda and Yashoda. Factually, no one can be the father or mother of Krishna, but a devotee's possession of such transcendental feelings is called love of Krishna in parental relationship. So, Krishna, to facilitate this opportunity to Nanda and Yashoda, has brought in the curtain of Yoga Maya, wherein Nanda Maharaj actually forgets that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original father of every living being. And God has no father. One who has no father, he is the Supreme Lord. One of the criterions, not the only criterion. Everybody has a father, has a mother. But if you go on tracing back, who's his father, his mother, his father, his mother, his father, his mother, his father, his mother, and you come to a point wherein one who has no father and mother, that is God, and that is Krishna. So Krishna has no father and mother, but he gives that position, that status to the devotee, to facilitate their feelings of parental affection and love towards Krishna. So this is a very, very special position, not to be attained by any living being. Very, very rare, very rare, rarely attained. And unless one follows the footsteps of Vasudeva, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, one cannot develop this transcendental feeling towards God or Krishna. So, there are many nice instances. Rupa Goswami points out. Last point I'll say and close. So many such clues are given, but still Nanda Maharaj will not understand. Just like one more clue was given. One friend of Nanda, just like Gargumuni giving clues, many also gave clues. Still, he will not catch. So one friend of Nanda Maharaj told Nanda Maharaj like this. When he saw Krishna and the auspicious symptoms of Krishna at the time of Krishna's birth, he told like this. Actually, the Supreme Lord always appears in a Kshatriya family. Krishna is son of Vasudeva. Rama, son of Dasharatha. Both are up in the Kshatriya family. How is it that this Krishna has appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj in a Vaishya community? Generally, Lord appears in Kshatriya community. His express his wonder like that. Krishna accepted Krishna accepted the role of a Vaishya. Generally, Krishna accepted the role of a king, Kshatriya. But this is the only exception. Krishna accepted the role of a Vaishya. Because, why accepted the role of Vaishya? Because his father is Vaishya. So he accepted the role of Vaishya, and therefore he is busy tending cows. See, Krishna's occupation changed as a Vaishya, tending cows. So the business of the Vaishya community is trade, commerce, and protection of cows. Therefore his friend, Nanda Maharaj's friend, who may have been born in a Brahmana family, expresses wonder at how such an exalted child could take birth in the family of Vaishya. Anyway, he pointed out this to Nanda Maharaj. So these are the eternal pastimes of the Lord. We have to learn from the Acharyas how these understandings come about because of Nanda and Yashoda being in the Vatsalya Rasa mode of serving, wanting to serve Krishna as their dear son, to be able to give service to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Krishna is facilitated. Because the idea is, Prabhupada says that when you are a father or mother, the position of father mother is always to serve, and the position of child is always to take service. Therefore, the idea of accepting God as one's father is not very much appreciated in the Vaishnava understanding, in the Vaishnava circle, because accepting God as father means we will always be expecting to receive something from God, some favor from God, some support, some help, some assistance, guidance from God. Always asking. Which is natural because you are dependent. But the devotee wants to serve the Lord than take service from the Lord. Therefore, he develops this idea of parenting. Vatsalya rasa, to accept God as one's child, not as father. Not God as father, but God as one's child, so that they can have maximum opportunity to give service to the Lord. Because the devotee is very intelligent. The devotee knows Krishna is always seeking an opportunity to serve his devotee. Therefore, the devotee does not want to take any service from the Lord. Therefore, he wants to become the parent and give service to Krishna. So many such reasons are there. So stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.